Galen once said, "The best physician is also a philosopher," and this description suits Galen himself. Galen of Pergamum influenced the growth of many scientific disciplines by exploring Western Europe and encountering many people and exchanging ideas with distinguished leaders.
Galen was best known for his experimentation with anatomy and creating new theories about the human body that no one at that time would have ever thought of. 129 CE was the year Galen was born in the ancient city of Pergamum. His hometown was the site of the great altar of the healing god, Asclepius. The great healing god Asclepius came to be one of the biggest factors on why Galen became a physician. After Galen turned 16, his father Aelius Nikon, who was a wealthy architect that had an interest in mathematics, logic, and astronomy, had a dream where Asclepius came to him and told him to allow his son to study medicine.
Although Galen's father passed away when he was 19, he aspired to learn more about medicine and anatomy. With the inherited money he got from his father's death, he was determined to continue his journey of researching and improving his medical education. He first began to study medicine in his hometown of Pergamum at a school named Smyrna. After years of studying at Smyrna, he then went to complete his research and studies at one of the best medical centers during that time, which was Alexandria, Egypt.
In spite the fact that he had finished his studies of medicine and anatomy, his knowledge of anatomy expanded when he returned to his hometown. He served as a surgeon for the gladiators plus the people of the city. This occupation indeed increased and improved the skills he had in the fields of anatomy and surgery. After being a successful surgeon for the people of Pergamum, his ambition later got him to leave his hometown and decided to head to the city of Rome.
Emperor Marcus Aurelius described Galen as first among doctors and unique among philosophers.
He was quickly recognized for his erudition by the great emperor, Marcus Aurelius. He was no later chosen to be the personal physician of Marcus Aurelius and 3 other emperors who reigned after. This was then the final destination where Galen's ideas became well known and practiced.
Galen had a unique perspective in which he believed the foundation of medical knowledge is anatomy. Sadly, he passed away at the age of 87 in the year of 216 CE, but years after his death, researchers from the future generations studied his work. Many scientists were eagerly curious to figure out how Galen came about creating his various different theories about our bodies. One of many ways he engaged in practicing anatomy was by experimenting on animals, since experimentation on human beings was prohibited due to his religion. The dissections he performed on the animals indeed improved his surgical skills and his research, making him a marvelous observer. The most important demonstration that Galen had dates back 400 years ago when he discovered that blood was carried in the arteries and not air. He made remarkable discoveries and was able to reveal many functions of our body. Specific body part functions he uncovered include the brain, kidneys, spinal nerves, and the bladder. Even though he was a very intelligent man, he did come across many mistakes. Since he experimented on animals, this made some of his discoveries incorrect or not as accurate, since some of the bodies of animals function differently compared to human beings.
Galen did not come up with all these ideas alone. He was very influenced to the ideas of philosophers such as Plato and Aristotle, as well as a very well-known physician, Hippocrates. Galen thought of Hippocrates to be the fount of all medical learning. Another big reason why the Greek physician Galen was known was because of how he believed the human body was structured. Galen saw the human body to be consisted of 3 connected systems. First, being the brain and nerves, which were responsible for sensation and thought, the heart and arteries being responsible for life and giving energy, and finally, the liver and veins, which are responsible for nutrition and growth. A remarkable discovery he had made, which later was proved wrong, was how blood was formed in the liver and then transferred throughout the veins. Galen of Pergamum once again influenced many scientific disciplines by exploring Western Europe, attending Smyrna, and finishing his studies in Egypt, which were the best medical centers of that time. encountering many people such as the gladiators and the people of his hometown, and exchanged ideas with distinguished leaders like Emperor Marcus Aurelius, philosophers, and other physicians whom he presented to expand his knowledge on his vision of the human body.